Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams, two teams that had defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion, as we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 20. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Takes the handoff. It's Bennett. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Handoff to the back. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They're going to run it. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. To throw, it's Cook. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Looking to scramble. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
And they'll kick it away here. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll give it to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in a screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you can see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Off target with a throw, incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from the defense, because the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he pulls in the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's third and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one. And now they're in business.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or a reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. He's got it near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line. A yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Gives it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
It's a draw to the back. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half, and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's complete downfield. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a 1st down at the 42.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And the Gamecocks come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Bennett. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
What a great job here by the safety to anticipate where the quarterback was going to go with the football. That gave him enough time to be able to get over and break on the football in time for the interception.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's Kelly. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Wolverines are in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Looking for some space. It's Bennett. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He shreds the tackle. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense are going to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Try and muscle for the first down. The Gamecocks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
And they'll use the ground game here. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
That game makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off.
Oh, and it's blocked. Still a live ball here.
Boy, just a tough way for this offense to end that drive. They put together a bunch of first downs, moving the ball, and then to put it on the ground.
After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Play action here on first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
That defensive back played that route so well. Right on the receiver's hip. He saw the ball and just swatted it away.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Back to pass. It's Kelly. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline, and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Crosses the 45. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. And he's got it. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Kerback and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Important second down play coming up. To throw, it's Kelly. Snags the quick throw. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
This is the characteristic about great quarterbacks that stands out to me. Their ability to make a play when things aren't perfect. Here, they get to him. They put pressure on him. He's about to go down, but his instincts to be able to find that back, check it down before he hits the ground, gives this offense a chance to be able to pick up positive yards and get the first down.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Wolverines line it up with 1st and goal. Direct snaps to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Offense facing second and goal. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
PAT is good, so the lead is 21-6. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Looking to throw it on first down. On the run here. Lets it go. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance.
He'll take a deep shot here. The pass is intercepted.
Now, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Receiver makes the catch. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
That's another positive gain here for this offense. And this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Catch made by the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Cook. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Now it's 2nd down here. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. This time it's complete. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Bennett. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
What if they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? To the air, it's Cook. Pressure is coming. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. I'll flip back to the QB. Took contact on the throw. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick this away to start the 2nd half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. moves his way for a first down to the 35.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
It's an out route, the catch made, and he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Cook. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Receiver makes the grab. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw to his receiver. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage. The drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. To the air, it's Cook. The pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's caught. Finding some room with the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offense coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Tailback takes the handoff again. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Crucial third down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Here's the option play. The back's got to run the pitch. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
You set it down to the offense, 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Back to throw. It's Kelly. Throws it to the right. It's caught downfield. They wrap it up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You've got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Well, they've got him behind the line. It's a tackle for loss to wrap up the third quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. He'll hand it off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got a receiver wide open here. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board. What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw. It's Cook. He'll take a deep shot. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job of containing him until that point.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out. But I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
Makes a quick grab. Finds room at the 30. Touchdown, Wolverines. To stretch the lead, the route is on. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trying to blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the handoff. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what the heck was that all mean? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Cook. The pocket breaking down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game, but how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Fires it on the move. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
The Gamecocks line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Pulls it in. It's Barber. They get him down after the completion. And the Gamecocks looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity here, put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them the 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Here comes a handoff. Fighting off the defender. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Cook. He's running out of time here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disaster.
Intercepted in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Finding space at the 20. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And the route is on. Now the all-important extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now is kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Michigan Wolverines.